All right, shalom, my count. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rekak Vadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And we are the Hebrew Israelites, which consists of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. In accordance to the Holy Scriptures, we're God's chosen people. Shalom to all the beloved brethren out there pushing this knowledge in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the few sisters, and shalom to Israelite foreigners who are scattered abroad. And what you're looking at is a true depiction of who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, whose real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai. Okay? And what you're looking at is a true depiction of who the world ignorantly called God, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, whose real name in the Hebrew is Yahweh. When you call upon the Most High and His Son, you must say Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh means he to be, or he is. Bahashim means in the name, and Yahweh Shai means he delivers. Our Lord and Savior has come back to deliver the elect out of the nation of Israel from the destruction of modern-day Babylon, aka America. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, Brakate Yahweh, Brakate Yahweh Shai, and the Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for another blessed day. The Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. The Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for all you beloved brethren out there pushing this knowledge in sincerity and truth. And the Wada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for giving me this opportunity to teach His word in sincerity and truth. All right, coming back at you another lesson through the Holy Spirit. I'll show you the 12 tribes chart. And today, continue with our northern brothers and sisters of the Spanish-speaking tribes. You so-called Dominicans, people from Guatemala to Panama, the Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, people from Argentina to Chile, people from Colombia to Uruguay, and the so-called Mexicans represents the northern kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, these are all bywords that's been put on us from Negroes all the way down to Mexicans. And this is your true biblical heritage, true biblical nationalities. All you got to do is type in the 12 tribes of Israel chart and put GMS. So you so-called Puerto Ricans, your true biblical name, all right, links up with the tribe of Ephraim. You so-called Dominicans, your true biblical name links up with the tribe of Simeon. You so-called Israelites are from Guatemala to Panama. The true biblical name links up with the tribe of Zebulon. So-called Cubans links up with the name, the true biblical name of the tribe of Manasseh. So-called Native Americans, the true biblical name links up with the tribe of Gad. The so-called Seminole Indians, your true biblical name links up with the tribe of Reuben. And our people from Argentina and Chile, true biblical name links up with the tribe of Naphtali. And our people from Colombia to Uruguay, this is the tribe I'm pretty much going to go into because it links up with everybody else. Links up with the tribe of Asher and the so-called Mexicans. Your true biblical name links up with the tribe of Issachar. So there's no division amongst us, Yes, these situations that we're in as a people is because we broke the commandments of our God, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We got, put into captivity. We got scattered. And yeah, all of us have different run-ins with the different tribes. Black versus the Spanish tribes. And even myself, when I first came out here, I had a problem with the tribe of Issachar when I was in the world. But it's according to prophecy that the Most High broke the brotherly covenant between us. Because we went off as a people. So now the Most High is gathering the elect. It's gathering the elect to bring it back, man, through the Holy Spirit. With this whole thing with the Juneteenth and Kendrick Lamar. Pure nonsense. The whole thing with the so-called Puerto Ricans and hip-hop. It's pure nonsense. We all involved, man. Everything starts at the top. Start at Judah and the so-called Spanish tribes. They're involved because we are those people. We are musical people. All right? But we've been divided. Okay, and the so-called white man, the Edomites, are ruling right now. We've been divided through colonialism. They have taken great advantage upon your ignorance. So I'm gonna let this woman speak to you real quick to break it down to you.
Tension between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. Of course. Can you speak on the tension between Puerto Ricans and Dominicans? Of course, it's white supremacy. It's the worst thing that ever happened to Latinos, Hispanic, Afro, Puerto Ricans. I would say I have to Rosa's in my head.
Shout out to Rosa Clemente.
Rosa Clemente, my sister. But the truth is, the worst thing that ever happened to us is that they gave us flags because they divided us in a way where now we like to flex on each other, right? Colombia and Venezuela, beef. Puerto Rico and the Dominican, beef. Colombia and Panama, beef. And it's white supremacy at work. It's like you're walking around with a colonizer's flag, speaking the colonizer's language, shaming other people because they don't speak Spanish, right? But that's not my native tongue. My native tongue is Arawak or Taino, right? They didn't teach.
Right. So our native tongue is Hebrew, and due to the fact, because I'm gonna go into the prophecy, you know, our the tribes got divided and they were speaking different dialects of Hebrew. So your original language is not Spanish. She's on to something. But our original language goes back to the Lashwan Qadash, the Paleo Hebrew. That's what our ancestors were speaking. That's why we say Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's the original tongue. All right, that's Hebrew.
They took our language for us, but we do that to one another, and it's been so. Puerto Ricans and Dominicans are the same people. And people gonna come. I don't have Twitter, so don't waste your time. There is the same people. Cuba, Puerto Rico. Cuba and Puerto Rico were called the same bird with two wings, right?
Right, and that's prophecy. I'm gonna pull that up real quick for you. Dealing with the tribe of Ephraim and Manasseh, because they're brothers. Right, so you're dealing with the tribe Ephraim and Manasseh, so-called Puerto Ricans and so-called Cubans, which they got birthed in ancient Egypt. All right, so a blessing, came. So they got a blessing as well from their forefather Joseph, Salakia. Right, so where I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna start, Genesis 48 and 13. And Joseph, that's the progenitor of the tribe of Ephraim and Manasseh, took them both, Ephraim in his right hand towards Israel left hand, and Manasseh in his left hand towards Israel right hand, and brought them near unto him. All right, I'm gonna go to verse 14. And Israel stretched out his right hand, and laid it upon Ephraim's head, who was the younger, and his left hand upon Manasseh's head, guiding his hand wittingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and says, God, before whom my fathers Abraham, Isaac did walk, and God which feed me all my life long unto this day, and the angel which redeemed me from all evil. Bless the lads. Let my name be named on them, in the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow in a multitude in the midst of the earth. All right. So that links up what she was saying, dealing with Ephraim and Manasseh. All right, the tribe of so-called Puerto Ricans and the so-called Cubans. All right. So that blessing came from Jacob. All right, the blessing came from Jacob, which the father of those two tribes is from Joseph. All right.
And so you look at these people and they're told, it's all white supremacy. It's like, oh, you got good hair. Dominicans are darker. They closer to Haiti. They got Haitian blood. Haitian people are Afro-Latinos. Technically, they're from Española. They belong to us as well. All of that stuff is foolishness. Because if you go to Puerto Rico and you go to the Dominican Republic, you see struggle. And every single day they tell us, but you're not like that. Well, you a citizen. Right. Are you really a citizen? Because when the hurricane came, the only papers they threw at you were a bounty.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? So I just sit here and I think about all of the things that divide us. And when it comes to being Puerto Rican and Dominican and being told that I didn't have to tell people I was Dominican because I had good hair, or like you're not like that. You more us than you are them. That messes with your self-esteem because that's what I am, and there's nothing I can do about it. So you telling me technically that part of me is there's something wrong with part of me because I don't present. I present darker over there, and that's what they've done with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. People who all fried plantains, eat peas and rice that come from where we really come from. People whose don't Spanish is not our native tongue. In all honesty, and they took our village away from us. I speak about the village all the time because I know that is so anti-American. America really pushes individualism because it dilutes groups of people that would normally have power, right?
It takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
Yep. So all praise y'all by Shemyawa Shai. So now we're gonna get into the prophecies of the 10 tribes coming over here, which today will be the Spanish-speaking tribe of the native tribes that left the Middle East. Our original land is the land of Israel. All right, and we got imposters living there according to prophecy. Everything is based upon biblical prophecy. Who have a ear, let him hear. Okay, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 13. Verse 39, it says, whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Shalmaneser the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So, the native tribes, the bulk of them, majority of them came over here around 724 BC. Okay? So where mankind would not dwell in that is over here North, Central, and South America, because like I said the last video, we had King Solomon used to do voyages over here when he was in power. Took them a year and a half to go and come back. 3 years roughly. All right, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. So when our ancestors came over here, they were keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely 1 year and a half. And the name of the region is called Arsareth, which is unknown land, which is dealing with the Americas today. So I got this article I'm going to show you. I got off of Pinterest, dealing with the scattered Hebrews, the tribe of Asher. All right. So it says, note, it is recommended to read the house of Israel before reading this article, because the house of Israel dealing with the northern kingdom. All right. It says Asher, the 8th son of Jacob, after Leah's maid gave birth, she was elated that the Hebrew daughters would see how blessed she is, and so name him Asher, meaning happy, Ashar. The tribe of Asher also was a tribe of the house of Israel that migrated into the Americas from the Assyrian captivity. So the Assyrians are the one that took down our northern brothers and sisters and took him out of the land of Israel into Babylon area. And after that, they did that voyage over here. Took them a year and a half. They populated a large portion of South America. Here it is: Colombia, Brazil, Peru, Venezuela, Guyana. That's where I'm originally from. Paraguay and Uruguay. Okay, so they got scattered. Okay. And are now more recently known as the Incas, which, is Mayans and Incas, they got, we all got scattered among each other. So it's giving you a good understanding. You could actually argue that between the Mayans and the Incas, it could go both ways. They established a powerful kingdom throughout South America, as it was in the title subtext. Asher would be blessed with many children. The Incan state spanned from northern Ecuador into central Chile, consisted of more than 12 million inhabitants. In modern times, Brazil has the largest population of children. Unfortunately, many Brazilian children are left to fend for themselves on the street due to the lack of welfare, the curses, orphanages, and foster care. So who that links up with? It links up with the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, the same thing. We all fit the category of the prophecy that happened to the nation of Israel. Okay? It says the 2002 movie called The City of God, which if you've never seen that movie, look at that. Check that movie out, The City of God. Went in the way of life for these children some 2,000 years ago, well before the Incan state. The Nazcas were engineering subterranean aqueducts for their civilization to thrive in Peru. So I don't know anything about that, but okay. So we're going to continue in this article. It says large quantities of oil and gas can be found within South America. Venezuela alone is one of the world's largest producers and exporters of oil and produces up to 135 million tons of oil each year. So why is that country so poor? White supremacy. Esau is ruling. South America contains about 1/5 of the world's iron ore reserves, the most important beds being in Brazil and Venezuela, and Cerro Verde, Peru, is one of the top 5 copper producing mines in the world today. It is for these reasons that Moses said their sandals would be iron and bronze, dealing with their blessing. And Asher would dip his foot in oil. That's part of their blessing. Overall, South America is very rich in many mineral resources. And why is that place so poor? Esau. From the ground, even the Hebrew word for iron is bar razal, which, Jake brought that out, we give you credit for that. We know who brought that out, but it's still, the Lord bringing all the truth to light, which is very similar to Brazil. It was not lost on the European explorers when first coming into contact with these natives, and there were associated linked to Hebrews, that there were associations linked to Hebrews according to their customs, language, and clothing. That's the point. Both the Mexicans and Peruvians were accustomed to take off their sandals whenever they trod upon holy ground or enter the places of their kings. This agreement is an arbitrary customs between two Indian nations so remote from each other would seem to argue a common acquaintance on their part with the history of God's appearing to Moses in the burning bush and commanded him to take off his shoes because the place on which he stood was holy. There it is. So you got Lord Kingborough, the Antiquities of Mexico, which you got to download that document. You can see the Incan kings are people of color. I can't really blow this up for you. This is what this whatever you can see there. All right. And what else I could bring out here? But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But you brothers can see the point that we are those people, man. And they trying to keep us divided because Esau time is up. It's time for him to go down. So the Lord is gathering the elect. So upon our people coming over here, it's prophesied that Ephraim shall bring his children, they were the northern kingdom, to the murderer. Dealing with the Spanish conquistadors in the book of Hosea. All right. It says, Hosea 9:13, Ephraim, as I saw, Tyrus is planted in a pleasant place. So when they came over here, the tribe of Ephraim was settled in the land of what you call Puerto Rico today. And the rest of the northern kingdom, they ventured out to Central and North America and South America. So when they came over, it was pleasant land and everything you needed, man. We lived off the land. But Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. So it was prophesied for him to come here for a certain period of time until Esau came back into power, and our people got slaughtered, massacred, from when the Spanish conquistadors came over there in the late 1400s, led to the transatlantic slave trade. Okay? So there it is. Who's the murderer? Esau is the murderer. So we are those same people. So giving all praises, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Lord, was an edifying lesson to the very elect. But the elect going to take heed, and the rest of y'all 2/3, you're going to fall by the wayside. You got a lot of tears, a lot of agents activity going on. But the Most High always going to preserve the elect. So, Shalom.